Hi, everyone. My name is Stas Zaslavsky, founder of B2B CRO Ninjas, where we share practical tips to optimize your B2B marketing efforts. Today, I'll be walking you through a neat trick in HubSpot, setting up a one-click registration process for webinars, demos, or events. Now, while we'll focus on HubSpot today, this method can also work with other platforms like Marketo. So if you use Marketo, stick around as the principles still apply. If you've ever found yourself losing potential attendees due to the traditional multi-step registration process, this video is for you. We'll be streamlining that process into a single click, potentially boosting your registration rates, improving user experience, and ultimately making your marketing more effective. Now let's talk about how we usually do things. When you're inviting contacts to your webinar, the common flow is to send them an email with an invitation. The email typically includes a link to a landing page where they fill out a registration form with their details. Details you probably already have. Once they submit, they get a confirmation email with all the webinar details. Sound familiar? While this approach works, it's not the most efficient. Each additional step, clicking the link, filling out a form, hitting submit, creates opportunities for users to drop off. It's friction, and in today's world, any friction can mean lower conversions. So how do we fix this? Enter the one-click registration method. Instead of sending people to a landing page and asking them to fill out a form, we make the process as simple as possible. One click in your email and they're registered. Here's how it works. You send your webinar invitation email just as you usually would. However, instead of linking to a landing page, you include a single clear link or button that confirms their registration. Once they click that link, they are automatically added to a list of registrants in HubSpot, and a workflow is triggered to register them for the webinar in Zoom or your preferred platform. A confirmation email goes out with all the webinar details they need. No extra forms, no hassle. The best part? This process leverages all the data you already have in HubSpot. So you're using your existing information to make the user journey frictionless. Let's dive into how you set this up in HubSpot. Don't worry, it's simpler than you might think. Step 1, craft your webinar invitation email. Write your email, focusing on a compelling message about the value of attending your webinar. Your call to action, CTA, should be clear and enticing, something like, confirm instant webinar registration. Make sure your audience knows that by clicking the link, they're registered instantly. Step 2, create a list for webinar registrants. The list criteria are straightforward. Contacts who click on a specific confirmation link in your email. Step 3, set up a workflow to register contacts. Now comes the automation magic. Set up a workflow triggered by contacts being added to your list of registrants. Within that workflow, add an action to register them for your webinar on Zoom using the HubSpot Zoom integration. Step 4, send the confirmation email with details. Once they're registered, make sure they get a confirmation email with all the relevant webinar details: date, time, topic, and link to join. You can automate this confirmation email through HubSpot or Zoom. Step 5, test it before you launch. Before sending out your email to your full list, do some tests to ensure everything works. Make sure that when you click the link, it adds you to the correct list, enrolls you in the workflow, and sends you the confirmation email as expected. So why go through this effort? Let's talk about the benefits. By switching to this one-click method, you're reducing the friction that typically comes with webinar registration. You're likely to see a boost in registration rates, typically anywhere from 15 to 35%, depending on your audience and how much friction you remove. The user experience improves significantly. Instead of your contacts jumping through multiple hoops, they just click once and they're in. Plus, this faster registration means they're instantly engaged with your content, building excitement and commitment to attend. And let's not forget that you're making full use of HubSpot's automation features, saving your team time, improving your tracking, and making follow-ups a breeze. But of course, there are some downsides to keep in mind, and it's important to weigh these against the benefits. One potential risk is accidental clicks, where someone unintentionally registers by clicking the link. To mitigate this, make your CTA bold and clear. There's also a risk of lower commitment, where users might register without fully intending to attend since it requires less effort. You can address this with follow-up emails and reminders that re-engage and confirm their interest. Data collection is another consideration. Without a form to fill, you're not gathering any new data points. However, here's a great way to turn that into a benefit. Invite registrants to submit questions for the webinar in advance. This follow-up email can not only help you gather valuable insights about their interests, but also allow you to tailor your content to address those questions during the webinar. This creates a more interactive and valuable experience for your attendees and provides you with some useful data. Finally, technical issues or privacy concerns may arise if email clients block tracking, or if users are uncomfortable with being automatically registered for an event. Transparent communication is key. Make sure your email clearly explains what will happen when they click. Also, it's crucial to send these types of invitations only to contacts who are already familiar with your brand and have given consent to receive your emails. Avoid sending one-click registration invites to new contacts, such as those from a purchased list, who aren't expecting communication from you. This ensures trust is maintained and respects privacy best practices. Before fully committing to the one-click registration method, it's a great idea to A/B test it with your audience for the first few times. Compare traditional versus one-click. Send one version of your email with the traditional flow, linked to a landing page and form, and another with the one-click registration. Measure key metrics, track registration rates and actual attendance for both groups. Analyze improvements. See which approach yields better results for your audience in terms of signups and participation. This will help you make an informed decision on whether the one-click method works for your specific context. Testing ensures that you're optimizing for your audience's preferences and maximizing attendance for your events. While the focus is on webinars today, the one-click method has broader applications. Here are a few more examples. Scheduling a demo. Instead of asking prospects to fill out a form to schedule a demo, you can use one click to trigger a workflow that schedules the demo and sends a calendar invite. Event invitations and RSVP tracking. Whether it's a meetup, product launch, or virtual networking event, a single click can confirm attendance, add them to an attendee list, and trigger automated follow-ups with event details. Activating a free trial or product onboarding, offering a free trial. One click can trigger the trial activation and initiate an onboarding workflow that provides guidance and resources for new users. With this one-click registration approach, you're not just improving registrations, you're simplifying interactions at every step of the customer journey. So that's how you can transform your webinar registration process and beyond with a one-click approach. By reducing friction and using HubSpot's powerful automation, you can boost your registration rates, provide a better experience for your audience, and drive more value from your email campaigns. I hope this video was helpful, and I can't wait to see how you all use this strategy to optimize your registrations and engagement. If you have any questions or need help getting started, just reach out. I'm here to help. Happy optimizing.